on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show. That's where I go for the latest band info. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the all around town radio show. The all around town radio.
Hey everybody, welcome to the program. We're going to be with you in just a minute, bringing you what we did this weekend in live local music. It's also time for you to tell us who you got to see as well all weekend long.
It's the weekend review. Top 5 coming for you. Speaking with the fans, sometimes they don't show well. Whatever, man.
Hi, Glenn.
We're coming, who's playing out? Off the open jam with the who's who of talent. Come Friday night, ready to raise some hell. With hard, you know, plan to do it well.
All right, let's get to it. Thank you, sweet sister Mercy, for that theme song. Good to hang out with you. Wow. It's good to have you with us there, Glenn. Rick Kern checking in. We're going to be talking about his band in just a moment. Had a great time with them over the weekend, and we'll chat about that. Ed, I couldn't be happier to hear that news, and we're all thinking about you. I hope your recovery is quick and speedy. Yes, sir. Yes, getting ready to be released. I'm glad to hear that. Go home and get some rest, Ed Sawicki. You deserve every bit of it. Hardest working man in show business right there, Mr. Ed Sawicki. Absolutely. Kevin Cooper, how are you? Good to see you yesterday as well. You were able to fix the live stream notification on the Book of Faith. Wow. Well, drop that in the comments today for people to see how you did that if you can, because a lot of people struggle with that one. Hi, Pete Davidson from CFG and the Family, the Angela Combs Band. Let me list all of them he plays in, right? Brian, how are you? Thank you for being here. Hi, Bill. It's good to see you this weekend as well. It was. I did capture a little, or this week, I should say. I did capture a little, couple good photos. You wearing the Haul Around Town hat. Thank you for that. I wish it was Friday, Shane. It's Monday, buddy. It is a Monday. It's been a Monday today. I've had a busy day. I don't know about you guys, but it's been busy. Megan Miller checking in. Thank you for dropping by today. Hey, some great stuff going on, though, in live local music over the last week, and we got a chance to be part of some of it. Hi, Melody. Happy sunny Monday. Yeah, it's always nicer when the weather is like it is right now outside. I mean, the wind's a little cold, but I'll take the sunshine over that gloomy, rainy day we had yesterday. Yeah, all day long. Gina McCann, the lovely golden voice, like butter and cayenne pepper. Gina McCann in the house. Bill says his new profile pic. Thank you, man. I love the advertising. Thank you so much. And guys, we're on a quest to get to 10,000 followers on our page. So any help you can give us with that, we appreciate it. We've had a lot of people stepping up and sharing that, and I appreciate it. Looking to try to get over 10,000 followers on our page here if we can. Hi, Keith. Hi, Jim McCarthy. Thank you for dropping in. Jim Kilroy. What's going on, Jimmy? How are you? Thanks for being here. Steve Short as well. Lots of folks checking in today. I'm sporting the Eagles Project shirt because that's the highlight of the show today. Let me tell you, there was a lot of great bands out this weekend, but the Eagles Project just blew me away. Oh, can I say that? Yes, they did. Let me get rolling though. Welcome to what we call our weekend update here. It's Monday, March 24th, 2025, and welcome to your number one source for live local music news, bands, venues, and more. And your home for everything music here at All Around Town Radio. Don't forget to hit the share button on our programming throughout the week when you watch and share it with your music-loving friends. We'd appreciate that a whole lot. I'm watching my screen here. I look like I'm starting to look like I'm in a Chinese movie or something, a Godzilla movie here. My mouth is moving, but the sound is different. I don't know. You tell me, Clark. You tell me. I don't know. Who else is out there? Kevin Cooper. There he is. There you go. Thank you, Kevin Cooper. If you guys will follow Kevin's little post there, you'll get notified when we go live. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate you. I'll repost that too here probably in the next day or so on our page so everybody sees it. A lot of people complain about not getting notified when it's live. Sean Cooper from Milano's got to see him over the weekend. Sean, thank you for the hospitality always, my brother. You're a stand-up dude. I appreciate you so much. I meant to text you earlier today and thank you, and I just haven't got around to it yet, but I will. All right. It is Thursday, guys. No, it's not Thursday. What the hell is it? Monday. See, I don't even know what day it is. Wow, Greg's here. Greg's on time. There he is. It is Monday, but what I wanted to say is Thursday, our Who's Playing Out show brought some good views this week. 6.8 thousand views on the show. And thank you to all the support of our followers and the haters, as we call them, all around town radio. We appreciate your shares because your shares are what makes those numbers go up. And always that means a lot to us. So thank you so much for doing that. Let's see who else is checking in. Anybody else? If you're out there, say hi, guys. We want to hear from you. I'm going to give you a full report of my weekend. But if you didn't get it posted on our post yesterday where we asked, and we had a lot. I mean, we had about 100 people chime in and say who they got to see play music. But if you didn't get it posted, drop it in there in the comments right now, and we'll talk about it. Talk about it. Yes, 6.8 thousand views between YouTube and the Book of Face on Thursday's show. So that's good. Don't forget to follow us on all the socials. We are on Instagram, of course. We're on the Book of Face, the Tube of You, and also the Tick of Talk, and some other stuff. We're on X too, Twitter or whatever it used to be, but I don't do anything on there. It's too political for me. I stay away from that crap. Hi, Kara. Thank you for dropping in. Looking forward to playing a little Name That Tune with you, Kara, here very soon. At Heather's, we're kicking that one off April 9th. We are on a Wednesday. So don't forget our weekly programming, guys, includes our Thursday program, which is Who's Playing Out. It's brought to you by Heather's in Springboro. Every Wednesday with the band, Greg Amberg, he's going to join us this week. We'll talk about that a little more later on. Every Tuesday, Hot Topic Tuesday, and tomorrow, live at 5, our 100th episode. If you have a memorable moment in Hot Topic Tuesday history, or a topic that we talked about that you really liked, there's a post on our page. Drop it in there and let us know, because we would love to feature that as well on the show tomorrow. We're just going to chat tomorrow, and we're going to have guests come on. If you want to come on, you can call in or be on video. You tell us. That's happening tomorrow. It is. Shane said, played at Full House at Wandering Griffin on Friday. Yeah, that PBR kickoff or whatever it was. Then went down to Mr. Burroughs Saturday for White Knuckle Weekend. Yeah, I missed that one, but I got to see the Eagles Project, which was incredible. Denny, how are you? What's going on? Denny got to see Tom Lees lay down some killer guitar parts while you were in the studio. Okay, awesome. I'll throw that shameless plug in there. Yes, Rob is excited about Name That Tune. He is. I'm glad to hear that. What's up, Michelle? Thank you for dropping in. Good to see you with us. All right, let's get started. This week in music for us, guys. This week in music. We started it out with our Wednesday show last week with Casey Joe joining me. If you didn't go back and watch that one, that's a good one to watch. She has such a positive outlook on her music career. And get a chance, go back and watch Casey Joe's interview with us and find out what she's all about. It was good. And then I segued out of that one into Wednesday night, and I made a trip down to the Bell and the Bear. And when I say down, it's south of me. We went to the Bell and the Bear, and we had just a wonderful time. I had a wonderful time. I always say we, but it's not we, it's me. I had a remarkable time there with the Gina and Johnny band. I don't know if they're called that anymore. They're called Gina and Johnny now, totally, or whatever they are. But it is to me, always the Gina and Johnny band when they bring the full band on stage. And what a show it was. Fantastic crowd there on a Wednesday night. And I would argue with anybody that would say that, there's not many places that can draw a crowd on a Wednesday like the Bell and the Bear does when Gina and Johnny play. Really good stuff. And let me get to a couple comments here before I get heavy into this. There we go. Greg, thank you for that. And probably the best you've seen in over 5 years. Wow. That's awesome. Andrew Gabbard, thank you. Hi, Kenny. Thank you for being here. What's going on? So, Gina and Johnny, let's talk about it. You know how many times I've been on here and said one of the greatest voices in the tri-state is Gina McCann. Just a powerhouse of vocals, but it's more than that. It's her stage energy. It's her stage presence. It's her vibe that Gina gives off. She is just a remarkable performer. And she takes me back in time. I feel like I'm kind of transformed back into the hippie era, the 60s, and when there was lots of love just flowing off the stage with musicians. And Gina's one of those. And just her mannerisms on stage, I just love to watch her. And she is a visual singer. There's a lot of singers I sit in the audience and I listen to, and I don't necessarily have to laser focus on it, but I watch Gina the whole time. And I just love her excitement and her just vibe. It's just cool. It's hard to describe. It's a connection. It kind of draws you in to the stage. And combined with Johnny's extremely good guitar playing, loud as hell, Johnny. I'm going to say that, though. Goodness. He's loud. He is. I don't know if Johnny's had his hearing tested lately, but he ought to. But, Johnny Fink doing a great job. He always does. He's a staple in the blues community. And Johnny's up there, and the two of them play off each other so well. It's a great connection that was actually made there at the Bell and the Bear. Karis kind of put this whole thing together a long time ago, I think. And it's a cool connection, and I'm glad she has them back on Wednesdays. The band itself, though, is not to be disregarded. Okay, you have Johnny leading up there with the guitar and Gina singing, but you got to say Mike on the bass and Roger on the drums rounds this band out and makes it just great. Really good, bluesy, soulful band. And those guys, they just sit in the back, and they're the backbone of that band. And Mike and Roger do a great job. And they're two really cool cats, too. Just wonderful people. And Gina says selective hearing he has. Maybe he turns that guitar amp up so loud so he doesn't have to hear you heckling him, Gina, sometimes, because you guys are fun. You have a little bit of a pick on each other thing that goes on there sometimes, and I just love it. Roger, how are you there? Thank you for dropping in. Good to see you. And Greg says perfect description of Gina, one of a kind. She is masterful on that stage and draws people in. And Greg says perfect rhythm section. It is. Mike and Roger are top notch. And like I said, good guys. Good to hang out with. Good to talk to. Carla, thank you for that comment. Some performers have that ability. Yeah, you can't take your eyes off of them. And I just like the way Gina closes her eyes and sings, and you can tell it's coming from the soul. And it's not rehearsed. It's just cool. It is. And Bill says Gina's so passionate. Brings me to tears. Yeah, I've been there, Bill. You know that. You have too. And Rick says Gina makes his spine melt. Okay. That's interesting, Rick. I hope you don't wither into a puddle of goo on the floor or anything. But yeah. Rick, I love you, man. Dave. He says, thanks to all who came out to see Sweet Sister Mercy. There you go. Absolutely. We love Sweet Sister Mercy, don't we? Carla says, beautiful. And Megan, I'm getting to you, too. I haven't even started with Megan yet. I'm going to get to her in just a minute, though. And I'm 15 minutes in, and I'm into the first act here on Wednesday, so I got to cruise a little bit. But thank you, Kevin, on the DMing me screenshots to fix that. I'll post some of those. Thank you for that. Absolutely. Rick's got to get his groove on. Rick, you've always had your groove on, man. And Megan says Gina's absolutely phenomenal. And, you know, Megan, it had to be, you're right, she is the whole package as well. And I've always said, Megan, you're the whole package on stage. Your stage presence is amazing as well. And the combination of both of you on Wednesday night was just perfect. I love that. Hello, Eric Sears. I'm sorry I missed your show on Saturday night as well, but that was another one that was on my list to go see. And thank you, Gina, for throwing one back there to thank you, Aaron Thomas, as well, for Ed's comment. Gina for throwing one back at Megan Miller. And Angela Combs in the house, another one of those fantastic voices in the tri-state. Says Gina and Johnny, Roger, and Mike are fantastic. They really are, Angela, and they're just a pleasure to listen to. And, you know, I talked about Gina's voice. I've always talked about it, and I joke, my little standing joke, and it's stuck, is the butter sprinkle with cayenne pepper thing, because it's just that smooth but raspy, fun, bluesy voice that she has. And Johnny's guitar playing is phenomenal. You know, he's one of those guys as well that just he could play, you know, Mary Had a Little Lamb and make it sound fantastic. He's just that good. But the other thing I want to talk about is the Bell audience. Here was a group of people, full room, who were there to hear live music. They weren't there to scream. They weren't there to woo-hoo. They weren't there to have big, loud conversations or any of that. You know, I felt a little bad. I sat at the bar with Nikki Forte, and we talked for a few minutes, and I was like, oh, are we being too loud? You know, because this group is laser focused on the band. And the Bell and the Bear has a group of music lovers who come in there who really appreciate good talent. And that was one of the things that really stood out to me with the Gina and Johnny show. And then, hi there, Dirk Turner. Thank you for being here from Crying Out Loud. He played over the weekend as well. If you're out there, guys, please say hi. We'd love to hear from you today on a Monday. It's a beautiful day outside, so getting ready to have opening day for the Reds on Thursday. Big stuff going on all over the place. So, Gina and Johnny invite a guest as well to sing and play with them sometimes. Megan Miller from the Cassette Junkies was their guest that night. Can I just say wow as well? Yeah. Y'all know I love Megan. And she is the whole package as well. She rolls right in there and takes over a stage. And the combination of Gina and Megan was really good. And, you know, sitting out there next to me in the audience is Angela Combs, who's supporting all these musicians who support each other by coming to these shows. And, you know, Angela in her own right is just an incredible performer, but she's sitting there enjoying this performance as well as anybody else. And I just love that. I love to see that happen. And Megan, you know, they had some songs that Megan knew they were going to do and all that, but Megan jumped in there and she just blended right in with the band like she had been there for 100 years. And I know talking to Megan earlier, she was a little nervous about it. And who wouldn't be nervous to get on stage with Gina McCann? For one, with those incredible pipes she has. And it happened and it worked. And Megan, I can't talk enough about you as well. I just adore that woman. She is a wonderful lady, and just absolutely her humbleness and her offstage presence is what makes her what she is. She's great on stage, but her offstage interaction with the people who love her and adore listening to her sing, she's a good soul, and we like Megan Miller a lot. And that's what we admire about a lot of these artists, especially those that come in the Bell and the Bear. Hello, Matt Anderson. Thank you for being with us. What's Rick got to say? He's saying something to Karis if you're out there. Thanks so much for the best music venue in the city. You know, we all appreciate it, Rick. Karis has a wonderful venue going there and a lot of good things happening. As Eric Sears just said, they were there with the Kevin McCoy band on Saturday, said it was off the hook too. Awesome crowd. Jim got to see Hoopty. Yeah, they were on the show a few weeks ago. Great guys. I got a chance to see them at the casino last weekend. And Gina said, Megan was so much fun to share the stage with. She is the total. I mean, let's face it. Megan Miller's got the look, but she's also got the personality. And she in those back bends. If I did a back bend like that, you'd have to call 911. You would. You'd be transporting me to your local emergency room. And Jim says, and she sells eggs at a reasonable price. Well, that right there makes it. It does. And thank you, Megan Miller. And I am so glad you were there Wednesday night. I'm so glad I made it down to see you Wednesday night. You guys are wonderful. And yeah, you should be honored to take the stage with that crew, because you're singing with some of the most elite musicians in the tri-state right there. And thank you, Randy Watts. Sociable bands are the best, Kenny said. I agree with you 100%. What's up, Todd Davis from the Miamisburg Moose? Thank you for being here, where I get to be on every Tuesday night. And let me keep going, though, guys. I've got a lot to talk about, and I want to get through this because the Eagles Project is one I really have to give a big shout out to. But I do want to say thank you to the Gina and Johnny Band. I made a return of 2 nights straight, ladies and gents. 2 nights straight. Where's my applause in that? I mean, I don't know. Do I have an applause? I probably have the Woo Girls somewhere. Yeah, there they are. All right. Thank you, Woo Girls. I made it back to the Bell and the Bear on Thursday's jam night as well. Oh, what fun it was on a Thursday night. Tim Anderson from the Whammies in the house. TJ, a host of folks. Brandy, Mickey, Brandy Evans, Mickey Evans. A host of great people who have been there. And yes, Cassette Junkies live at the Bell and the Bear. Thank you. Shameless plug for that one. That'll be on our Thursday list. Thank you, Gina McCann. I love you as well, dear. Carla, thank you so much. Let's chat about the house band, though, at the Bell and the Bear. Often not mentioned. Oftentimes, many times, the Thursday jam, it's like, oh, so-and-so was there. So-and-so blew us away. So-and-so got on stage and did a killer job of 3 songs. This house band plays all night. They play a variety of music. They all equally are super talented, and they share vocal leads from Kevin Cooper to Jonathan Grooms to Jamie Combs to Jim Cuesta, all sharing that. Travis Hanna back there beating the hell out of the drums. And, just a variety of people that help put this jam night on. Many nights, Mike Roberts in the house, and he's doing the list. Kathy happened to be there this week, and she is the best ambassador there ever was for the Bell and the Bear. I don't know of anyone out there who's a better ambassador for a bar than Kathy Laverde is for the Bell and the Bear. She sells that place on a daily basis. And when she's there, the jam takes on a really good vibe, because she's just like the hostess with the mostess. And, she gets up there and plays too. Jeff Vance on the sound. There's a crew of people there that make this happen, not to mention the staff of the Bell who work their tails off at these events. But the musical vibe on Thursday night is genuinely great. Sharon's birthday was going on, and Bob Weber's birthday. Bob Weber's 70 years old. Sharon had her birthday that night. Lots going on there. And Bob got up to play as well. And if you know Bob's history, we're lucky to have Bob here, honestly, after the year he's had health-wise. And Bob got a chance to get up there and play for his 70th birthday, which is just cool as hell. It really is. And glad to see that happen. But I've got to give the huge props to that house band that plays the Bell and the Bear. They are just pros. And they can play anything. I mean, and then we don't even want to get into Tim Anderson and his photography ability. He was doing some crazy photos and things that night, but he was so much fun as well. And, Tim, formerly with the Naked Karate Girls, now with the Whammies, and just blew us away. He really did. And a host of other people who got up there to play that night who I had fun. And the audience, I mean, I had a chance to sit, and I hadn't sat in a long time with my friend Heather Mattingly, as we call her. Heather and I had a great conversation that night. Heather and I have a mutual respect for Florida and the manatee and all that. So we just had a great time talking and really enjoyed ourselves. And Brandy and Mickey came back, and we just, it's a fun place to be and hang out with like-minded people who enjoy live local music. and the Bell and the Bear. And Sean Cooper said it best right here. He said the Bell and the Bear is worth the travel. Killer venue. Yeah, and it's a 35 to 45-minute trip for me. Once it's over at night, it's not that long, but rush hour time, it can be dicey. So you gotta get there early. You gotta have some fun, and the Bell and the Bear is the place to be. It is. All right, I got to keep moving. Let's talk real quick. Friday, I went to the Miamisburg Moose. Got to see a brief snippet of the Termites that were playing on stage there. Didn't stay long, but I will tell you that I'm just going to say, didn't get a real warm welcome from that band. So I just said hey and left. That's kind of the way it was. But they were doing a good job on the stage. They had people up dancing, doing their thing. So I'll just leave it at that. But I want to move on to Saturday. Saturday was the Eagles Project. Oh my gosh. Can I just say, oh my gosh? I can say, oh my gosh. You guys, anybody that's seen the Eagles Project, raise your hand out there, if you will. I've seen them numerous times. Yes. And I'm proud to say every time I see them, they are equally or better every time. I mean, just an amazing group of players. I had the great honor of being able to bring them onto the stage and introduce them. And that was cool for me, I will say, to a sold out crowd at the Blue Note in Harrison. And Rick Kern, Tim Keys, Brian Coleman, Greg Ambergy, Greg Tully in the back, Ken on keyboards. Pure perfection. The Eagles Project brings you and represents impeccably the Eagles as a band and their solo careers as well. And the Eagles Project, I will go out on a limb, and I've seen the other ones, Hotel California, and a few others. They don't hold a candle to these boys. This is the best Eagles tribute in the United States, bar none. These guys are just, I mean, hair on your arm, stand up good. Harmonies, perfect. It's an experience. It's like, I don't know. It's like going to church. It's just that cool. Perfect mastery of the songs, the harmonies, the musicianship is stellar. These are some of the best musicians in the entire region, and they're right here based out of Cincinnati, Ohio. So you got to say, if you've got a comment out there about the Eagles Project, if you've seen them, make a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Carla said the pics were amazing. And yeah, and I've got to give Glenn some credit on a few of those photos I stole from him. He sent me that I put in there as well, especially those where I was on stage and unable to take them. But thank you, Glenn, for that. I've got to thank Glenn also for the seat at his table, which was front and center. And you can't beat it. Sound was wonderful. A few hiccups on the sound throughout the night, a couple of feedback things, but it happens when you're doing a live show. But I will say I've got to give a big shout out to Mike Coons on lights. The lighting production was spectacular, which makes the show so much better too. I mean, it really does. It just enhances the whole thing. Carla, if you've never seen them, go see them. You are absolutely missing out if you like the Eagles music and you don't go see the Eagles Project. You're really missing out. And Chris said hair on my arms and goosebumps happened to him more than one. Yeah, and Chris was there as well. We had a good talk. Thank you, Chris, for being there as well and being a part of that with all of us. So the Eagles and their solo careers as well. The music songbook is huge. What I like too is they interject a few songs in there that don't necessarily get heard all the time. They're not your witchy womans and those kind of things. And let me talk about some of those. When you have, Take It Easy. Yes, people know it. Witchy Woman. This is set list material here, not necessarily in the order they did it or any of that. But Already Gone, In the City, Best of My Love. And this is rotating the front man in all this. I mean, it's changing just like the Eagles did with different players doing leads and those kind of things. Rick Kern and Take It to the Limit blew me away. It always does. And we joked, I was up there on the stage getting ready to introduce him, and I asked him if he has a pair of magic pliers that he can hit that note with, and what is he squeezing to do that. We kind of chuckled about that, but man, he hits those notes like none other. New Kid in Town, Turn to Stone was one that you don't hear very often, but damn, that song's a jam, and it's really good. And the guitars in that were just phenomenal. And what do we got? I got to see some comments here. Rick Kern, there's Rick. Says thanks for the kind words. And Rick, it's a combination that's just wonderful. And yeah, Barry Taylor on sounds, a big part of making it all work, and Mike Coons on lights as well. Just yeah, you guys have a stellar team there, Rick, and the musicianship is amazing. Chris said everything was spectacular, and Gina said their acoustic show at Memorial Hall. I've seen that. Yes, incredible. They're wonderful humans. They are. And Billy said seeing them never gets old. No. And Billy, you're a friend from high school, I guess it was, or elementary school or something, that was sitting next to me, had the greatest time ever. She and her table were partying it up. They were having a really good time. And yes. And Carla, you got to see him. You really do. Those shoes is Chris's favorite. And yes. And yes, Brian's pants. I was getting to that, Chris, but I'll go ahead and talk about it right now. I asked Brian who his fashion coordinator was, and he said it was his wife, Ann. So hats off to Ann for dressing Brian that night, because he looked really good. I have a polka dot shirt like that. It's not nearly as fancy as his, but I have one. And yeah, it was really cool. He looked really good up there. And look at our pictures if you want to know what I'm talking about. But they all look good. I mean, they're pros. They dress professionally. They look professional on stage. And some more of the songs: Tequila Sunrise, Lion Eyes, Outlaw Man, James Dean, One of These Nights. And then Heartache Tonight, Victim of Love, Those Shoes, which Chris was just talking about. An amazing rendition of Seven Bridges Road. Fantastic. Peaceful, Easy Feeling. Love Will Keep Us Alive, one of my favorite songs. That and Best of My Love are great songs, slow songs that the Eagles did. And then, of course, Life in the Fast Lane. How about Funk 49 or Rocky Mountain Way, Desperado, Hotel California? And then they always end up with All Night Long, getting the crowd pumped up to say goodbye to them. It is just good. And yes, I neglect. Thank you, Rick, for reminding me to mention Brian Coleman's Camaro hair, because I've seen pictures of Brian Coleman when he was young. He had that same hair then, and hats off to him. I couldn't grow that hair in 100 years if I tried. And he's got a pretty head of hair. He does. And Billy, I can always tell you style Mr. Kern as well, and put his hair back. You do, because he's got lovely locks, but you make him pull his hair back so people can see him sing. I get that. I do. But, I mean, did you catch that set list, guys? That is the songbook of the Eagles, along with Joe Walsh and, Timothy B. Schmidt in there. I mean, just some great stuff. Really good stuff. Eagles Project, follow their page, and anytime they drop what you're doing and go see them, because you won't be disappointed. And they play some incredible outside venues in the summertime. If they come back to Lawrenceburg this year, and I haven't looked at their schedule yet, go to Lawrenceburg, Indiana, and see them. It's amazing how many people are there for that show. And check them out, if you will. I got to see them pretty intimately at Austin Landing up by me last summer. And it's interesting. Unfortunately, it was at the end of a 10-hour festival day. Sometimes I hate it when the greatest band gets put at the very end of those, because people are just tired. They go home and they miss out on some great music. There's Billy. I think you probably dropped in the link there. I see it says the Eagles Project. And please do follow them. And Rick says confirmed at Lawrenceburg. Yeah, that's a wonderful event down there. And I want to thank Glenn again for the seat. Great view from where I was. Great sound there. You're right out in front of the front of house people. And it's always perfect. I would be remiss if I didn't mention, though, that Mr. Greg Ambergy, who plays bass in this band, is going to join me for Wednesday with the band at noon on Wednesday. So step out with us and check that out. If you can't watch at noon, you can always watch later. I had so many people over the weekend say, "Oh, I hate to miss your show. I'm never available at 5 and all." You can watch it and listen to it anytime. Once we put it on, it's there for at least 30 days now that Facebook has decided they're deleting all videos after 30 days, which is just another jackass move by them, but don't get me started. So now we have to download all those and archive them and do all that stuff. It's just more work. But I will archive all mine because I have some great interviews over the years that I don't want to lose. And so if you are a live streamer, please remember that if you haven't heard that yet, look it up because it is factual. It's not one of those BS, we're going to kill your page things that you get all the time. It is the truth. They're going to get rid of all videos after 30 days. You'll be notified to download them and all that stuff. And you have a one-time 6-month reprieve if you send them a thing and say, I need 6 months to get all my stuff off. That's how it works. Jerks. They are jerks. All right, real quick, I've got to finish up. Thank you, Eagles Project. Thanks for giving me the honor of introducing you on the stage. That was a great honor. And man, Blue Note did a great job too. Packed house. All the seats sold and then standing room, a bunch of people. So really good stuff to be there. And thank you, Carla, for setting your alarm for the shows. I appreciate that as well. You're wonderful. You're a great friend of the show here. Sunday, got a chance to catch my last live music for the weekend. Eyes Up Here at Mr. Burroughs Tavern for Sunday Fun Day. 3 to 6 there every Sunday. I had the opportunity to sit with my buddy Hollywood and Lady Hollywood, his wife, and enjoy a show from Eyes Up Here. Kevin, Brian, and Mike doing a great job. Mike Roberts on the box, Brian on the vocals and comedic interaction. He's funny as hell. And Kevin Cooper playing either the keyboards or guitars and all the things he does. Just a wonderful group. And the nice thing about Eyes Up Here is second set, they throw out sheets of paper that are out there, request lists and pencils on all the tables, and they take requests. Not many bands have the balls to do that. Okay. And a majority of these songs they know and do. I threw one in that I thought would stump the band. I threw Thunder Island in there, Jay Ferguson song from way back in the yacht rock era. And I'll be darned if they didn't play it and do a great job of it. So if you haven't seen Eyes Up Here, it's another one. You want to have a fun day of music. They're a fun band. And these guys, they're a spinoff of the Hanky Panks. The Hanky Panks, a little different lineup, 4-piece and all that. But I really enjoy Eyes Up Here because it's just laid back and they have fun with it and they chat it up with the audience. And in a venue like that, Mr. Burroughs, it's perfect on a Sunday because you can sit in the back of the room, still have a conversation, but hear the music and enjoy yourself. And they play a host of songs you never, ever hear. So I highly recommend them as well. So that's about it. And I got to say thank you too to those guys for the hospitality. Every time I come in and see them, they're so friendly and nice and come by and say, hey, and, you know, I've known those guys for quite a while now. And it's great to see Mike Roberts back at it and playing after his health scare over the year. And it's good to see all the guys back out there doing their thing. And what did he say? The Eagles Project, Bill says, broke the attendance record at Village Green and Fairfield last year. Yeah. I think they break the attendance record at a lot of places. And it's good. So don't forget, guys. Oh, and Mr. Burroughs, thank you as well. I got to thank their staff as well. Brandy and company that were there and good stuff. Mike, thank you for being here, buddy. And it's great to see you out there like that playing again. And you do a great job on that cajon and your little foot pedals and all the things you interact with the band with. And they did a version of Seven Bridges Road too. Look out, Eagles Project. They're nipping at your heels. They are. They did a great job of that. And they got a standing ovation at Mr. Burroughs Tavern for Seven Bridges Road. So that's cool. It's really good. Wednesday with the band, Greg Ambergy, going to be with me live at noon. Join us for that. Tomorrow, the 100th episode of Hot Topic Tuesday with Karis and yours truly. And then Thursday, Who's Playing Out, brought to you by our friends at Heather's, the best musicians and venues in the tri-state and who's playing there. And if you want to be on that list, you got to get it in by Thursday at noon. Send it to me by noon on Thursday. We'll make sure it makes the list. takes that long to get that list ready for a 5 o'clock show. So please, if you can, get those to us earlier. The earlier you get them, the higher you get on the list. So, and if you look at the numbers, they drop off as the show goes into 30 and 40 minutes. So get your name in early. It works that way. That's all we got today, guys. Thanks for joining me. I enjoy what we do here at All Around Town Radio. I know you all saw us post about a big announcement that is forthcoming. Be ready for that. Some programming changes and some things that may occur here, but we just want to let you know we appreciate all of you and your support and how you support the live local music community. And that's all we got to say. I know Monday's a slow night in the music biz, but if you're out and about, check out some live music. If not, this week, get out and support live local music and the bands and venues that bring it to you, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm Scott, your host. We'll see you tomorrow live at 5. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Carla.
Working for the weekend.
Thank you, Mike.
I want to see a show. I flip on the Book of Face.
The Book of Face.
Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there.
Just want to let you know the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of me and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of our sponsors or any entities that they may represent. Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Jimmy.